Okay, so standard tuning, EADGB. At one point, a voice from the ether told me that it was a joke that Arab and Persian oud players played on the friendly Spanish who were probably trying to conquer their country at the time. Tuning in dad fad or EBEGBE, tuning to an open minor chord, gets the instrument in a pleasing harmonic relationship with itself that's easy to add to intelligently. So that sounds, it doesn't sound bad. So it's a basis to jump off harmonically that sound as opposed to that suspended fourth in regular tuning. Now, I don't tune with a tuner or to specific note names unless I'm playing with other people. On a 6-string, the rule of thumb, Dad Thad, a very patriarchal name for a very good tuning. This has the DAD, the root fifth root relationship of the last 3 strings, mimics the physical laws of vibration that govern moving strings. So you can look up partials or harmonic fundamentals, and you'll see that the first 3 fundamentals of a vibrating string are the root, the fifth, and then the root an octave up. So one of the things to do that's different than Western tuning, which uses a 440A that Mr. Helmholtz in his book The Sensation of Tone ascribed to a German standards body that didn't want complications in arithmetical calculations of frequencies. That is absolutely the worst fucking reason to tune to something. Every environment has an audio bass vibration. This room, we can hear the fridge, we can hear fans, dogs. So tune the lowest note to sound pleasing in that environment. So in this, the vibration of the guitar tells me this is a note that rings freely in this audio environment. So in Dad Fad, there are 3 Ds or 3 strings tuned to the same, it's to the same note. And you tune them, there is a sweet spot when you're tuning, and you've got to do this for yourself. You're moving the note up and down, but there's a sweet spot where the guitar just opens up and starts resonating when the 2 notes are in tune. That's resonating. So you tune the 3 Ds. Those are all the same. this is all the same pitch family, right? They're all, if we were using names, they're all Ds. And now you tune the lower 3 strings so that 5th fundamental is in jive with the 2 strings that are tuned in octave. So in Dad Fad, this would be called an A, but we're really listening to the sensation of the tone as it gets transferred to our ears and our body via the guitar. It's a very subtle thing when the note opens up and it's in tune. So we tune the lower A, and then we move to the upper A. So now we've got 5 strings tuned to 2 notes. And because we're using our ears, it's not about the frequency of the string vibrating relative to the frequency of the string vibrating. It's the string vibrating relative to the string vibrating. So then in Dad Fad tuning, we tune the F to a minor 3rd, and I always do this with the fret, at least as a starting point. So now we're in tuned in a Dad Fad relationship with whatever the resonant frequency of the room is. So or this tuning is not equally tempered, meaning the ratios between the strings are different depending on what role the string plays in the chord. But what we're going for is the sensation of our ears, the pleasure of our ears. That's on a 6-string guitar. So humans have 5 fingers usually, and the 5-finger human, the 7-string guitar, is a beautiful instrument for 5 fingers. Most classical guitar players don't use their pinky because Segovia didn't use his pinky, and it certainly makes sense. I mean, I see lots of piano players only playing with 9 fingers. But if you wanted to use the 5 fingers, a 7-string guitar is really a nice setup. The top 4 strings get each a finger, and the bottom 3 get the thumb. So we're using the same tuning process that we did for the 6-string for a 7-string, except we're adding a note on top of it. So actually it would be Dad Fada on a 7-string guitar, but again, we're not tuning to a frequency, we're tuning to the ambient frequency of the environment. So let's see what this guitar opens up with. again, we tune the 3 D strings, and then the A strings, and then that minor third, and the same pattern that we saw on the strict 6th string with the major and minor chords is also on the 7th string. So we've got major, that's a harmonized scale on the 7th string guitar. It's the same actual chords as on the 6th string guitar, because the only note you're modifying between the chords is the minor third to the major third. I'm gonna get busted for cheating on the Locrian, but fuck it, if you can hear that flat 5, use it. Okay. Pinky does okay, huh? Hey, thanks for listening. Your music is out there. Go find it.